They've had one TV meet. For me, it's a bit significant here, Mark. It was 10-2 to Dimitri in the World Match Play. They make Dimitri an 8-11 favourite. They go 11-10 Rydz. I ain't got a clue who's going to win. I think Rydz are going to hit the most 180s, and I think they got it wrong here, and I'll tell you why. They may have based it on what they've seen so far from both, but the strike rate for Dimitri on 180s is 0.24, so it's almost every 4 legs he hits a 180. It's 0.28, so it's less for Rydz, and I think they made a boo-boo.
Okay.
But I made a boo-boo in the first match because I had Nabreda average over 86.5 and he was awful.
Yeah, they've been disappointed, Paulo Nabreda. It didn't quite happen for him here. Callan Rydz, 26 years of age, from Bedlington, a hotbed in the northeast of England, takes on Dimitri van den Bergh, 30 years old, from Belgium.
Lives in the same street as
Dobey. He does.
So I remember when they were both coming through, it was who's the best player in the street was.
Well, that's it. Well, Chris Dobey and Ryan Joyce are already through, and there was a lot made for Callan Rydz making up the trio. Can he do it again?
Nico spoke a lot about it, didn't he? Saying that they'll drag each other through because they want the bragging rights.
Yeah, well, people getting involved on the comments on the YouTube page saying that they think Rydz is going to win this one. Don't forget, over on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube page, we have interviews from all the players, darts content from across the talkSPORT network, along with our live commentaries, and that's all thanks to the new Top Trump Darts Legends game. Head over to the YouTube page, like and subscribe. It's a race to 4 sets for a place in the last 16. 2 more spots up for grabs later on. Ricky Evans against Robert Owen. Robert Owen, of course, who's been dumped out of the top 65 as it stands because Jeffrey de Graaf won earlier. So that is a do-or-die game for Robert Owen now. He's got to win.
In terms of his tour card, yeah. Well, you can back Callan at 11-10 or back most 180s. Rydz most 180s at 7-4. And I thought he had more chance of hitting more 180s than winning the match, but we'll find out. But yeah, it's going to be a tough night for Robert Owen because that's a seriously tough game for him this evening against what looks like an inspired and an informed Ricky Evans, who's, well, been involved in drama from start to finish.
He has. No more dramatic than that last leg shootout win over Dave Chisnell. Here, Dimitri van den Bergh has somehow crowbarred 2 right in the bottom corner of the 60 bed, and then uses the open bed to get the first max, and he on throw is down to 2-1-6, but Rydz 3-6-3 comes straight back. The old London bus, 180 situation there. And it is a lively start to what could be another cracking game here. 81. Only 81, a poor last start there from van den Bergh. He's down to 1-3-5, Rydz on 1-8-3.
Yeah, Rydz in a good spot to break. Trouble 19 found with another. Oh, nearly all of them. He's left 50 after 12. Dimitri wants 1-3-5 to hold. Should be going ball. Does, and hit the ball. 85 left. Gets the 45 tops. Ooh.
Nearly. That would have been a great finish. 50 then for a breaker throw here for Callan Rydz. Already sweating quite a lot. It's quite warm out here today. 10 for tops. Tops he hits. What a start to the match we have. Is that look like Martin Johnson in the crowd? They show him again. It looked like the old rugby player Martin Johnson.
Well, you couldn't miss him. He's an absolute unit, isn't he?
Well, he looked a big lad, the lad I was looking at. 1-0 then. Here, Callan Rydz will be really pleased with that start.
Well, I'm really pleased for Callan this tournament because it's been a tough couple of years for him. He's showed out, but he tends to be a bit too emotional about the sport, and that affects his ability to throw.
He admits that though, Chris,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah, he's open with it. We've had plenty of back and forths and chats about it, and I said, mate, just throw darts. Don't worry about what's going on. Get yourself off that internet, you know, the social medias, and just listen. Don't care what anybody else thinks. Worry about what you think.
90 seconds.
That's it. Well, he's on 2-7-6. Van den Bergh down to 3-0-9. Rydz in the red bin again. There's a second max inside the opening 2 legs for the man from the northeast.
19's the start for Dimitri. Hits a single, goes upstairs, gets a treble, gets another to leave 170. Super thinking from Dimitri, but it's 96 after 9 for Rydz. Possible 11. Single 20, he'll stay there. Oh, no.
He went double 19, double 19.
Not when your opponent's on 170. That is awful.
Well, he's at 56. Bergh can't take out.
He could be coming back here. Well, he could have hit the treble 20 and double 8 anyway, but he'd be coming back with 3 darts at a double. Instead, he's got to burn one. Gets to 16. Misses tops. Oh, lucky boy.
That's the double 10.
So backs up the break with a 15-dart hold. A 180 in each of the opening 2 legs. Dimitri up against it here. Doesn't hold here, of course. He's 1 set down.
Yeah, plenty of other live sport across on the talkSPORT network, including Leicester against Manchester City. Leicester 0, Manchester City 1 into the second half there. talkSPORT 2, you can hear Tottenham have gone 2-1 up against Wolves. Ian Danter, Perry Groves with that one. Later on talkSPORT, 5:45 start for Derby against Leeds. All that to come. We'll be live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. You can join us there on the talkSPORT app. You can get involved on the YouTube page as well if you want to do so. Some crackers tonight. Ricky Evans, Robert Owen as well, with 3 legs in and with 3 Rydz maximums in. 4 already in the start.
This kid can hit big numbers.
85.
Mention what we've got coming tonight. Ricky Evans, Robert Owen. What an opportunity for both players. Robert Owen needs to win to keep his tour card. Johnny Clayton, Gerwen, Price. And then Luke Humphries taking on the current champion, taking on the former champion Peter Wright, who's been doing a lot of talking in the build-up to that one.
Yeah, he's been bumping his gums, hasn't he? Yeah, 3 fascinating ties for
58.
various reasons this evening. I'm super excited for tonight's matches. Treble 20, double 12 for the set. Gets it. A 12-dart break of throw to go with the 14 in leg 1, the 15 in leg 2, the 12 in leg 3, 3 180s, an opening set average, Mark, of 109.98. This is some start to the game. First impressions.
Yeah, well, we asked the question, could he having a look down the last 16 draw as it stands, Chris? Luke Humphries against Peter Wright. We'll see that one tonight. One of those two will be through to the quarterfinals on New Year's Day. Stephen Bunting takes on Luke Woodhouse, who dumped out Damon Heta in an absolute thriller last time out. Luke Littler against Ryan Joyce. That is not a foregone conclusion. For me, this is a wonderful game. Ricardo Pietreczko against Nathan Aspinall.
Yeah, loving that one.
Dukes against Dobie, Clayton against Price, Michael Van Gerwen against Jeffrey de Graaf, and then the final last 16 tie be the Ricky Evans or Robert Owen against Dimitri Bergh or Callan Rydz. Opportunity is knocking, isn't it, for somebody that we maybe didn't think about at the start, maybe a Pietreczko or an Aspinall who not had the greatest of years. Ryan Joyce, you wouldn't bet against him beating Luke Littler.
No, his numbers this particular tournament stack up just about. It's certainly his finishing stats do, but right at the start of the tournament, well, day 2 of the tournament, we recorded a podcast, and the vast majority is for Anderson to play Dobie in the semi. That can't happen anymore. Dobie can still make the semi, and the 2 Lukes to play each other, but I'm pretty sure, like you said, that Ryan Joyce will look at last night's performance against Ian White. That game could have been a whole heap closer had Ian White hit some of them clutch doubles.
Well, if Ryan Joyce finishes like he did against Searle, that is going to be an epic. Every game from here on in, live across on the talkSPORT
There's not
network.
a bad game to be had.
There's not. I tell you who might be having a bit of a stressful few days, the PDC, because obviously we look at this.
Scheduling.
Well, no, we look at this in terms of who's going to make the Premier League. A lot of the people we thought might be in the Premier League have fallen by the wayside. There's players still in there like Bunting, maybe Aspinall, Dobie.
Yeah, it's a toughie. The problem is who they leave out. At the moment, I think you can go the two Lukes, MVG, Rob Cross, and then in that list behind of possibilities, you've got Chizzy, who's ranked world #5 right now.
But there's one game in 4 months.
I know. But then, do you pick people that who have not won anything anyway in recent times? But my list is Luke, MVG, Cross. Then I've got Chizzy, Bunty, Price, Clayton, Aspinall, Dobie, Dimitri if he has a run here. But he is the current UK Open champion. But if he goes out to Rydz here, I think his place is up for grabs. And Damon Etta, another one who just needed to win a few games here.
Yeah.
And then people saying, why is Anderson not in? He's not interested, doesn't want to play. Made that quite clear.
Yeah, he did. Who, if you had to pick an overseas player then, who would you be? You've obviously gone Dimmy and Heta in yours.
Yeah, Dimmy, Heta. Yeah, they're the only ones really that.
What about Mike De Decker? Has he not done enough? I mean, he's won a major, but other around that,
nothing. And the fact is, recency bias is everything in sport, isn't it? And like, he's had a disaster year. He played awful as well, going out at the earliest opportunity. Had he had a run here, if he'd have made the quarters, I think he'd have been in, because everyone associates the Premier League players with what's going on here, and when you start picking players ranked outside the top 20 in the world, they need to have done something recently. I'll tell you what he's just done recently, and that's Callan Rydz. Is it a fourth 180 in 4 legs? This one's even completed. He could hit a 5th.
86.
I hope he does.
crazy. Yeah, well, we had earlier on, Jeffrey de Graaf was 7 into the perfect 9.
I missed double 12 on the wire in the fans' village.
Yeah.
Right on the
Sadly,
wire.
though, mate, you wouldn't have got £60,000
Well,
for that.
I think I
you?
would have got 60 pence. I did ask. The Paddy Power people were there and they were wondering what I was on about. But
they often do wonder what we're on about,
yeah,
in fairness.
especially when it comes to money.
Here's another Max, this time to the Belgian. 6 inside 4 legs. Mesmeric stuff here. Might be another one on the way as well. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Rydz averaging over 114 at the moment. For a ton to hold his own throw.
65.
Vandenberg's left the big fish. Will he get a look at it? Rydz. Treble 20 for Tops. Treble 20 right in the middle. Tops. That is unbelievable. An 11 dart leg. Dimitri Vandenberg's had 1 shot at a double in this match.
And he's averaging over 97. Honestly, this does not surprise me.
58.
I don't think I made the notes on his TV high and then his personal best numbers. I do have them somewhere.
100.
Well, 58 Vandenberg, 100 for Callan Rydz. It's nice to see him so happy. We've been interviewing, you can see all the interviews on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. He's just been so buoyant and so happy. It's nice to see. And his darts are reflecting his mood off the board.
Absolutely, he needs to relax. When he just plays relaxed, when you watch this kid do, whether it be exhibitions or just spend 20 minutes with him having a chat while he's having a practice, and I just stand there and watch him open mouthed, and I'm like, how do you ever get beat, son? You know, it's purely just down to the mentality. Trying too hard, trying to prove people wrong, listening to or reading what's written about you. 99 people, well, you get 100 tweets or X's, whatever they're called. The 99 good ones you'll ignore. The one that you find.
Oh, mate, it's hard though. It's
a
a horrible place. It's a horrible place.
Hence why just get off it. What's the point?
Yeah.
Don't need it.
206 here for Rydz. Vandenberg down to 72. Vandenberg quietly is playing pretty well. But not quite as well as this fella.
Well, he keeps up the trend of a 180 in every leg played so far.
Dimitri requires 72.
72 then for Bergh. He's going to get one dart at a double. That double would be double 16. This to hold throw. And he gets it, and you hear the roar there from Bergh, who does finally gets a leg on the board. It's 1-1 in the second set. Race to 4 sets, but Callan Rydz leads by a set to 0. And he opened up with a treble 20. And it's only 137. It almost feels an inferior visit.
Yeah, that's poor.
What a great start to this game. Fantastic. Welcome along, everyone, on the YouTube page, the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. And watch along as Chris and I are taking you through the action. We'll be here throughout the evening as well. As that looked certain for a max for Rydz.
That first set, Mark, where he averaged 110, he won 3-0 and in 14, 15 and 12. So that's 41 darts. And as good as that is, that's 9 darts more than the set that Littler produced in that record-breaking set of 140.91.
The more you think about that, and when you actually let it sink in, it just gets even more incredible.
Yeah, well, it just gets more ridiculous, doesn't it?
It does.
84 after 9 here for Rydz. His average pushes towards 120.
Who would have thought it's going up? It's still going up. I mean, sadly, it will come down here because he only needs 84. Can he do it in 2? No, he can't. He doesn't have to go. Oh, he doesn't have to go the bull route, so he goes treble 16 for double 8. Misses double 8. Rare miss for him.
Yeah, doubling's been good. 4 from 7, including that miss there at double 8. But he will be back
83.
with little to no pressure.
Double 8 for a 2-1 lead. Oh, it's nice to tidy those up quickly, and he tidies it up quickly to hit 16. 2-1 he leads in the second set. Bergh with a throw here. Match play, it's 5 legs to 1. This is a big couple of legs here for Dimitri Bergh.
Didn't he? 180 in that leg either, did he?
No.
He's gone. He's gone.
134.
Yeah. 134 though, that'll do. 116.78 the average. He did go 107, made it look effortless in that win over Romeo Gerber in round 1.
140.
265 Bergh. Rydz with a ton gets down to 267.
Yeah, keeping the pressure on the Dimitri throw, because Dimitri doesn't hold here. Finds himself 2 sets down, but treble 19's followed with 1 and another one. Beautiful. 9 count on the 19s.
Yeah, he's now at 94 after 9. Well, if you haven't got it in 4 visits, you might as well not bother here. 94 then, doesn't have to go because Rydz has left a bogey. 172, 38 scored, will come down for 16 to leave tops. Rydz would like a 140 here to leave double 16, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh no, he goes the other way. 132 to leave tops.
Yeah, tops after 12. Probably won't get a go.
Well, you never know. No, you're right. Tops it is. So we go to a deciding leg then, and this, for all Rydz domination, if he doesn't win this leg, it'll be a level game.
Yeah, this is the key leg for me. And he's managed to find a 140 after what looked or appeared to be a blocker with dart 1, and he just got to resist that temptation to do what he used to do and force and get involved. Just literally play with freedom, son.
Over on talkSPORT, Erling Haaland has got a second Manchester City goal. It's Leicester 0, Manchester City 2 on talkSPORT. talkSPORT 2 still Tottenham Hotspur 2, Wolves 1.
Wow, Man City are going to win.
Yeah, finally. It is Leicester, who are not in good form at the minute. They need a result quickly. Here, Rydz down to 261. Bergh, nice visit, gets down to 310, but it's advantage Rydz, who's still averaging north of 116.
And he's still banging in the treble 20s. 97 there to leave 164. So smart from Dimitri to leave 310, because any combination of 140 or 180 will leave him a finish, but that's going to be awkward from here because the opening dart is just blocking the 60. Yeah, only 58, so time on the side of Rydz to make this 2-0.
Yeah, biggest visit of the match so far. He could take it out, but he's not going to. He's just going to tee it up beautifully. It's another 1-3-2, this time to leave double 16 for the set.
And again, leaving a double after 12. Dimitri finds treble 20 from 2-5-2, follows it. 140 in the end, down to 112.
Callan, you require 32.
32 then for a 2-0 lead. Right in the middle. Set 2 average 119.95. He's averaging 115.94. Mesmeric numbers from Callan Rydz. Oh, he's halfway to the 4 sets he needs. Dimitri van den Bergh trying to psych himself up as he leaves the stage here, but Chris Mason, we are watching a fantastic performance from Rydz so far.
Yeah, it's a masterclass. I mean, he averaged 110 in set 1. His reply to that was to improve it. This set, 37 darts for an average of 119.95, an overall average of 115.94. 6 from 9 on the doubles, 6-1-8.
Well, they are, and with the greatest will in the world to either Dimitri van den Bergh and Callan Rydz, Ricky Evans or Robert Owen will think that they've got every right to win the next game. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's one of those. Well, both players are back on stage. Just to give you an update on the scoreline, if you're just joining us on our YouTube channel, our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, welcome to the Darty party. Callan Rydz is putting on, well, it can only could be described as a bit of a darts exhibition. He's 6-2 in front, which converts into 2-0. He didn't lose a leg in set 1 and had an average of 110 in set 1, winning legs of 14, 15 and 12, 3 from 5 on the doubles. And if he didn't think that was good enough, he went, right, hold my dart case. 11, 13 and 13 with another 3 180s in the set. So he's had 6 180s, 1 6 legs. He's averaging, well, 116.
He is. Can he continue it? Well, he's at 80 with his opening 2. Mr. Steady, ton 40. Adam says on the comments on the YouTube page, if Rydz gains some consistency, if he turns up and play like this, he can beat anybody here.
Yeah, don't know about dangerous. He's going to be lethal. He's unplayable.
94.
Dimitri is averaging 97.22, and he's had 3 darts at a double in 2 sets.
Yeah, he's hit 2 of them.
That got some kind of comparison. That's what Dimitri, the level Dimitri's playing at is the level Luke Littler was playing at last night.
Yeah. The one thing about Dimitri, he'll just keep playing his own game. He won't be put off by Rydz. He won't be put off by the noise around it.
Yeah, he's a great match player. He'll wait for you to fall off the top effectively, and if you don't, then you just sort of go, oh well, hands up Cadbury's, you were too good. Yeah,
2-0 in sets it is, race to 4. Rydz leads 2-0. 6 legs to 2 in the old school scoring, but it's 2-0 here.
46.
Against the throw here has got a big chance. He's got 1-2-4, Van den Bergh on 170. 1-2-4 then, he's in the treble again. He's going to go for 14, so he's in the shot of the bullseye, and he's just south of the target. Not the best effort in the end. He's left 47, hit big 3.
He's took on a couple of questionable shots, both on those occasions that Dimitri was on 170. That's how much respect he has for Dimitri, because he believes he can take it out, and he's taking 0 risks.
Yeah, well, Van den Bergh down to 36, 47 for Rydz, 7 for tops. Break the throw, and again it's right in the middle. It is right in the middle, and he's 1-0 up in the 3rd set, leads 2-0. He's playing very, very well at this moment in time.
You're a tough taskmaster. Very well. That's kind of thing. Oh, you did well in that commentary, Mace. Well done. Very well.
He's playing very, very, very well.
Very well.
He's a very, very nice man. He's 1-0 up. He's 7 of 11 on the outer ring. And he whacks in another 140.
Yeah, his 5th. The average still 115. Dimitri finds the treble. Doesn't follow. Does with dart 3, 140.
This has still got some miles left in it here. Rydz, I think, while he's running hot, the right wants to get this put away double quick.
Like I said, he's got to resist that, over that urgency or just pushing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Dimitri's one of them type of players that can sneak up on you, and he's doing it here with a max.
Like I said, he won't be affected. He just keep playing his own game. And Rydz, if he just does have a couple of legs off, then in set play, all of a sudden a setback, and it's a different outlook entirely. 96 then to break straight back for Bergh. Can't hit the treble, so 76 left. Is that a good mark? Well, he thought it was. He couldn't take it out. He sets up tops. Rydz then the hold throw 167.
Yeah, tops after 12 for Dimitri. 167 for Callan. Oh, he's just left of the treble 20. He'll stay there. 135 leads 32.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad lead, but tops for Bergh then. Ends the wire. Oh, and again, moved it. Gets it the third time of asking. That would have been very unlucky not to take that out. It is 1-1, and it is, crucially, for Bergh, a break back.
Dimitri the first.
He needed that.
Yeah, would have been harsh had that not gone in. But it was a tougher dart than it looked, because there was a lot of flight and stem and tungsten in the way. Starts with 91, picks up the treble 17. Rydz, treble 20, treble 20.
140.
Only a 140. B+.
Now has been harsh. Elsewhere in the Premier League, last couple of minutes over on talkSPORT. Man City lead Leicester 2-0. Crystal Palace lead Southampton 2-1. Forest lead Everton by a goal to nil. Bournemouth 1. It's still Spurs. That's over on talkSPORT 2 right now. Late game is West Ham against Liverpool at 5:15. And over on talkSPORT this evening, you'll hear Derby against Leeds exclusively live on the talkSPORT network. 45 for that one.
I know it's only Everton, but Forest, they're just doing the biz at the minute, aren't they?
They're playing well. They're playing well.
Great for this, well, great for the town I have the pub, because it's literally bang in the middle of both. So we have two sets of fans. So I follow obviously both Derby and Forest. Derby on at 5:45, aren't they?
Yeah, they are against Leeds. Looking to go back to the top of the championship. Right, one for another breaker throw. Well, he's hit the outer bull, so it's treble 19. He can't get it. Would have left a shot at the bull. 120 Bergh. This is a hold throw here. Feels like a big moment in the game, this. The deep breathing. Got to stay straight. He's in the treble. Great first dart. Climbs up. He's at a blocker. Just moves across. Tops he needs. And he doesn't get it.
Just tried to dink it over the single part of the Shanghai. 72 for Rydz. Single 16. Single 16. Tops needed. Tops he gets. His finishing has been irresistible. He is 8 from 12.
And that's another break of throw. And now he's throwing for a 3-0 lead.
Yeah. Party here, and he's had a few of them. Would be more than enough, you would think. Single, single. Oh dear. Yeah, this is just trying to. Well, he's just beginning to force. Cannot do that. His throw breaks down. Very much like Michael Smith. Michael Smith tries. You've got him. He's done.
72 out on tops for Rydz for a 2-1 lead. Leads 2 sets to 0. And Bergh, he came up trebleless as well. So Rydz ton has him 101 in front.
Yeah, and that strange grunting and growling noise was from Dimitri, but he won't be growling after this dart because it's straight in the treble. Doesn't follow it, but does get a 140 down to 304. Callan Rydz on 343, looking to win set 3 with this leg, but single 20, the head start and the jolt.
96.
Well, I say if it was match play, he's 8-3 up and nearly home, but it's not. It's set play now. Bergh will keep on pushing. He's in treble 19. 96, so he's got a slender lead here. 39 points the lead, which Rydz eradicates with dart 1, and dart 2 goes in again. 140 to get down to 107.
Dimitri back on 208, but can put a massive hole in this. Could leave a double from here, of course, and he might. Treble 20, treble 20, treble 16. Oh, wow.
Well, that puts some pressure on. 107 for a 3-0 lead. Doesn't hit the treble 19. Hits treble 16, no, for tops. Just under the top wire. That would have been a 3-0 lead. Bergh steps in here, and this is for a full successive break.
And he gets the break.
Dimitri Bergh.
One dart at tops of 107 for the match. For the 3-0
3 sets to nil lead.
3-0. Pretty much the match. Though, had a bit of a theme so far of people leading 3-0 and getting pegged back.
Yeah, Johnny Clayton, Gerwen Price, they meet tonight. Who are you going for in the Welsh dart?
35.
Pains me to go against my pal. Well, they're both my pals, but I think to Price's results a little bit too deep in terms of
57.
his performance level, because his actual performances haven't been that bad. He's just not been getting wins. Another 140. Yeah, I think Pricey may just edge it, but it's got distance that game, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I think Johnny will beat him, but we will see. It's got the makings of a great game, that is for sure.
57.
Only 57 for Dimitri. He's down to 2-4-7, the deciding leg of set 3. Rydz leads 2 sets to love. He's 2-2-6. 80 scored. How he's got a treble 20 in there. Well, it was like Nick 1 Pearl 1.
Yeah, great visit. He's down to 86. It would be an entire set of breaks if Rydz takes this out.
Doesn't happen too often in modern darts. It's usually an indication of a poor match, but both of them are hovering around a ton in terms of set averages.
86 then for the set. Oh, he's hit the treble 18, double 16. Wide, another set dart, been and gone. But the third one goes in. No big emotion, just a nod of the head from Callan, Rydz, and Dimitri Bergh, who is listening for the crowd reaction, is motionless at his table. But Rydz in set 4 has got the throw here. He's 3 holds of throw away from a place in the last 16. He simply says to him, come on, as he walks up to the hockey, and he's above the treble and below it, and he'll come for cover. It's only 57, but that 86, a crucial break of throw to put him 3-0 to the good.
Yeah, still averaging. Well, his average is exactly where it was after set 1, 109.98. So he is maintaining. He did climb to 119.95, but that set there, set 3, which went the whole 5 legs, the same as set 2. He averaged 103.65, and not surprised here an indifferent start, because the adrenaline would be absolutely coursing after that 5th leg of set 3.
43.
Now, there's a few people on the YouTube channel that are invested in Bergh. I think from the very first set you knew that was going to be trouble. It's been a while, but that's an 8th 180 for Callan, Rydz.
Well, they lost 50p on him, and
Look, what I don't know, but that sometimes you've got to just accept it when someone plays really well.
yeah,
That's
that's
what's
it.
happening.
That's sport, isn't it?
167.
No point crying about it. When the fun stops, stop. Oh, 2 treble 20s. Didn't even think about the shot. 135 to leave 32 after 12. How many times have we said that these guys have left a double after 12 and shouting at themselves and fist bumping after a 121 when Rydz wants 32. 13 tart hold. Wow. I'm trying to find a leg over 15. There isn't one. There isn't one. 2.
111 plays 98, but it's 3-0, 1 leg to nil. And Bergh's time at the Palace is in danger of running out pretty quickly.
10 of these 14 legs played, well, 4 of them have been in 15 darts. The rest, all 10,
100.
14 or less.
As you do. Callan Rydz, who will of course play the winner of our game tonight, the last 32 game, Ricky Evans against Robert Owen. Great chance for both of those to make it through to the last 16. But as it stands, we're going to have 3 Geordies in the last 16. Chris Dobie,
Away.
Ryan Joyce and Callan Rydz.
The Toon have been flying lately anyway, haven't they?
They have. Up to 5th they were in the Premier League. They play, actually a good job you mentioned them, because they're live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. That is an 8 o'clock talkSPORT exclusive. Manchester United against Newcastle.
58.
You've got to go back and forth with us and the football. If you want to stick with the darts, we'll bring you updates of what's going on in the football.
We will indeed. Every angle covered, every sport covered here on the talkSPORT network. Producer Matt says we'll have to launch talkSPORT Toon.
That's genius.
It is.
Nico can be the head of it.
Yeah. We're getting overrun by these Geordies now. No bad thing. 208, Rydz in the red bit. Vandenberg on 2-3-2. This is against the Vandenberg throw here, and you get the feeling, Chris, the beginning of the end is coming.
Well, if it is if he wins this leg, because then he'll have 3 legs where he only has to win one of them to get it done 4 sets to 0, and I don't think anybody saw that coming here. Listen, there was plenty of reasons to like Rydz. There's plenty of reasons to not like him. Single 19, needed a treble.
56.
But he's left 52 with Dimitri back on 189. Remember, Rydz leads 3 sets to 0.
Yeah.
And a leg up in set 4.
Yeah, this is quarter 4 of the draw, so the 2 that are already through to the last 16, Michael van Gerwen against Jeffrey de Graaf, so one of those would wait in the next round, but still a job to be done here. He's still got to take out this 52 to move within 1 leg.
He already holds the highest average tournament so far this year.
32.
A rare miss at a double.
Dimitri requires.
Yeah, that was 2 at tops, so 1-4-1 then to hold throw. Can't go. And again, that's unlucky. Only 59. So double 10 for Callan Rydz for 2-0 in the 4th set, leads 3 sets to 0.
Trust me to talk about the longest legs so far. Because this one, he's had 21 darts in. What is going on?
Dimitri require 82.
Mace has jinxed him. 82.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, out of ball.
25, 17, tops.
62.
It's catching.
Callan, you require 5.
Rydz, 1 for double 2. 1 hit, double 2. Well, he's making a mess of his average. He won't care one bit about that as long as he wins. And he gets there. 2-0. And Rydz has now got the throw for the match. This has been a demolition job. Dimitri Vandenberg has had 9 goes at a double. He's hit 4 of them. He's won 4 legs out of the 15 we've played. Rydz is in 105.67. That's the lowest his average has been, I think, in this match.
Yeah, it's been nowhere near that. His opening leg was a 14 dart breaker throw, which is higher than that. And then he backed up with a 15 and then a 12. But Dimitri showing some resistance with his 5th max.
What can Rydz hit him back with?
140.
A 140. Vandenberg on the 9, not for.
He's got to also not fall into the trap. I think Gerwen Price did against Joe Cullen, who was 3-0 up himself and then played far too defensively. Wasn't aggressive enough.
Well, Rydz is going to go. He hits a 131 as well. He is down to 130 on throw. 230 Vandenberg. This might be his last visit.
Yeah, it'd be nice to close it out with something a bit special.
60. Callan, you require 100.
Has run riot here. 130 needed. Oh, that's got to be a good marker for the treble. How did that not go in? Well, he's got 90. Is it treble 18? He went that way. Bergh has left the big fish. He's not really threatened it. He's left it so far.
Last knock-ins. But there's the treble. There's another somehow. It's closer to the M25 than we are in North London.
72 then for the match for Callan Rydz, averaging way over 100. Hits the treble 16 to leave double 12, now double 6, and he gets it. Callan Rydz roars and applauds, an average over 105. A warm handshake with his opponent Dimitri Bergh, who has been blown away. The riot has rampaged over the top of the Belgians' hopes, and Callan Rydz is through to the last 16 here. What a performance. His average could have been, maybe should have been a little bit higher, but 105.31, 8-1-80s, 48% on the doubles, wins 4-0. Chris Mason, that is as dominant a performance as we've seen here all week.
Yeah, 12-4 in legs. It was special. Listen, Dimitri didn't do too much wrong. He was 40% on his doubles. It was reduced to just 10 opportunities, averaged nearly 95. Hit 5-1-80s himself, but that was seriously special. Set averages for Rydz, where the damage was done. 109.98 set 1, 119.95 in set 2, 103.65 in set 2. I put a hashtag and me with an exclamation mark for that 24-dart break of throw, because that was my fault, because I super jinxed it, as only commentators can do. End average 131, 4-0, 8-10-80s. That man is ready to go seriously deep in this tournament. Remember, he already holds the current highest average of just over 107 in this tournament so far. And to be honest, you're a little bit disappointed that he didn't absolutely smash that 107.
Yeah, well, that's as far as we go this afternoon. What an afternoon it has been as well. Win earlier on for Jeffrey de Graaf, 4-1 over Paulo Nebreda. He is through to the last 16. He'll take on Michael van Gerwen. Well, he was blown away early on against Krzysztof Ratajski, raced into a 2-0 lead. Ratajski also led 3-2, and to knock Dukes out. Dukes somehow held his nerve, turned it round. 4-3 winner. He'll take on Chris Dobey in the last 16. Also through then in our final game, Callan Rydz, comprehensive 4-0 winner. He'll take on the winner of our opening game tonight, Ricky Evans against Robert Owen. Remember, Robert Owen has to win that match to keep his tour card. All that will be across on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Thanks to Chris and Nico, producer Matt. We'll all be back tonight, 7 o'clock over on talkSPORT. See here, Ricky Evans against Robert Owen, and then we'll be into round 4 where Johnny Clayton takes on Gerwen Price in a blockbuster tie, and then it's a battle of the current champion against one of the former champions. There's been plenty said by Peter Wright, but will his darts do the talking tonight? Humphries against Wright will round off the night here on day 12 at the PDC World Darts Championship. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 7 o'clock tonight. The Rydz, the riot, he has run riot. He's beaten Dimitri Bergh by 4-0.